Hello YouTube, welcome back to this new episode in which we'll be creating a module that allow us to add a banner, scrolling banner to the bottom of the page of our website. So straight to the subject, I will start by creating a very basic module, then we move on with the steps and trying to do something beautiful. All right, so my very first step, just to speed up the process here, I will download a generated module just to speed up all the process. So here I will Google Prestashop module generator, for example. Yeah, there we go. And this is the good website, validator.prestashop.com. So here it will allow us to select various type of modules. And in my case, I'll pick generic module. It will be some front office feature. And here scroll, let's call it scroll it, something like this. And display name, again, scroll, yeah, what about scroll it, and description, add a scrolling message. All right, and the author, so in my case here it will be me. Come on, forget how to write my name. There we go. And the version 1.1.0, no problem. So confirm install, let's hit yes. Are you sure? Create database. Well, we don't need a database here because we'll be using the configuration object. We need an instance. I said yes for now. Compliancy, well, we'll be using the widget API, so we don't need the 1.6 is not supportable by the 1.6. Hit next. Hooks, well, for now, let's keep it only to the header hook, page headers, yes. And let's go ahead and create our modules. So there we go, it's downloaded right here. Let's go ahead and open this file. And this is our module. So all I have to do is simply copy this little things and go to where I host my stuff here. So go to demos and modules here and simply paste it. There we go. Now we finish the work through the admin panel of the website. All right. So this is the front of it. This is, by the way, the content from the previous episode about module routing hook. If you missed it, you can just click on the banner that will show up normally here or here, and you will learn how to generate pretty URLs for your front controllers. So here, let me go to the admin panel, and from there we need simply to install this module. All right, so I go to design. Let me just make this bigger that you could see what's going on. There you go. So modules, modules catalog here, and here I will simply search for my name because I call it, I said that it was written by me. There we go. So this is our module. Hit install, configure, everything is fine. Okay, the good thing that we already have a configuration page that will make us not waste more time on setting up things, right? So here we have plenty of things, as you may say here, scroll it wherever. I'll go ahead and simply customize this to our need. Live whatever, so it's not a payment module, so go to scroll it, right? Come on, where is our module? Let's open it manually here. So quick refresh and scroll in. No, not this one. Okay, there we go, this is the one. So we have some SQL, some good generated content here. And I'll go quickly to get content. And this method here, and as you may see, we have plenty of content we submitted. We are defining some stuff like some module dir here and some output that is basically a template, the configuration that we are seeing right here. We don't need all this, right? So just go ahead and let me just clean this. Just do this for now. There we go. Put this into a command. We should have a clean page, hopefully without any troubles. Yeah, because I forget to do the equal. Sorry, my bad. There we go. So for now we have only this setting block that is coming from this render, because I think we are defining a template here. So, right, we have assigned AIR. Concatenating this thing. Render form. Okay. We still have this. Do we have a render form? I think we have a method called helper form. Render, yeah, there you go. And we have a render form. So this is where the block you are seeing here is coming from. All right. So I'll go ahead also and eliminate this line, and I'll keep this for submission later. And quick formatting, great. Also, we don't need this output. Later we'll be defining that. So for now, let's keep it clean and simple. All right, let's jump forward to this render method. If you don't know what's going on here, so simply we're using the helper form that allow us to generate this kind of UI with a legend and these input styled and this submit button, etc. So let me just guide you through this line. What's going on here is simply we are defining show toolbar to false. Here we are defining the table in case we'll be pointing to a certain table on the database, and right here, as you may see, it's not defined, so we can even take it off. What is going on here? So we are defining the module, what kind of module will be used through this instance. The default language, allow employees, form lang. What's going on here? So here we're basically doing yes, allow, blah, blah, blah. We can't even take it off. So it's not like a mandatory option. Same for this one. This one is really important because later we'll be intercepting or using it to intercept the submission of the form. Normally, this should not be written like this. It must be a concatenation of string and the name of the module just to make things more ergonomic. The current index is simply the current URL that will be used for the submission. The token, simply the one, this little one here in the URL. And finally, TPL vars. So fields, we are simply calling this get configuration form values and jump into it. Seems like it's not defined here. Yeah, you go. So we have the scroll live, scroll whatever. So there are basically the fields that we are saying right here. And let's go back to our method render. There we go. So here we are simply defining the values, okay? ID lang and everything is fine. Finally, we generate the form with the get form right here. Good. Okay, so now for my scrolling message, first of all, I will need to have an input like a text. So for now, I can, well, just need to update some stuff. So go ahead quickly to this get configuration. So scroll live demo, it won't be the case. Scroll, let's call this text, and it will be scroll text. Okay, and we need also, let's say, scroll text speed, something like this, underscore speed. All right. Oops, sorry, come on. And paste this little thing here. And by default, let's set it to be 1. I'm not sure about the marquee HTML tag. I forget it. It has been a while since I did use it, but we're going to set up that later, and I don't need any other input for now. All right, good. So I just want to retest that everything is fine here. So we have the live demo. Well, it does broke, but are we going to fix this in a second? So we are here on the fields, and we are looking for something else here. So the fields value, but where are the fields? Get config form. Oh, there we go. This is our form. So here we are basically returning an array that will be used to generate the input. So here we have the legend, which is the setting. Let's change this to scroll. Well, let's keep 00, no problem. Scroll text setting. This will immediately update this little text right here. There we go. And we have the title, the icon is the cog. It's the one you are seeing right to the side here. And how long? 9 minutes. Okay, let's speed up a bit things. This is the very first type, which is a switch type. So change this to a text. and scroll. Need to change this to text here, and we use this module. So let's go ahead and test this and see if that will update. So there you go. This is live mode. What about change this to text area? This will be much more pretty for the end user. There we go. This is better to write stuff, right? I think we have a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. I hope what you see is what you get. Hopefully that's correct. I know it's not correct. Well, let's stick with the text area for now. The label, let's change this to the text. Name is correct. Is Boolean? Well, it's not Boolean. We don't need a Boolean here. Description, use this module to live demo. The text that will be displayed. Okay. And we have some values here. So whether it's true or false. So go ahead and copy the values stuff. So do we have a values somewhere else? Well, we can't take it off because it's specific for the switch type. Okay. And we have another input. Well, this is the same input basically. And here we're simply defining the call. Well, like the CSS classes, etc. And type text. I envelope is this little image icon there. We can stick with this for now. It's not an email. Okay, let me just refresh what's going on here. Okay, now I could understand. So I'm going to whip this input for now. Well, let's whip this one. And scrolling, just want to pick the other name. This will be the next value that will be named like this. And this L, this speed of the scrolling text. Okay. Well, must be a number here. There we go. The name, it's okay. We don't need to set up any description for now. And let's check this out. Okay, so except that the number is not being displayed, for what reason? Description, number, type number, text area. Enter an invalid. Well, seems like we need to. Okay, come on. Come on, what's going on? Type. Speed up text input. Well, text, sorry. This is a text, but it must be a number. Number. All right, let's go to the helper class, helper form, and from there, let's search for different types that we can assign to that form. So generate form here. And do we have a number? VAT number. Okay, let's search for text area. So case, we have a date, we have shop, file, select. Well, it seems like we don't have a number. Text. Categories. Okay, we have color here, date, text area, shop. Bloody hell. There's no number. Well, this is embarrassing. So let's see, Prestashop, helper, form, number. How can we define a number? Input type number in helper form. Okay, the guy here, text, There is no number type in Prestashop platform. This is only using the box blah 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 blah. All right. Wait. Let's keep it simple. Stick with the a text input here. So it will be a text, and later on the validation, we need to validate that this is a number. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we have the text that we need to define, and we have the number that must be a number. Fortunately, we cannot control this before submission. Now let's go ahead and implement the submission handler. So again, in the get content, and we are executing directly another method called post process. But for now, I'll go ahead and print our $tools. Yeah, the tools class, yes. Get form. No, say this. Let's simply dump the $post underscore post. There we go. Just to check what kind of data do we have. All right, so we have the submission one, scroll, we have the little text, and we scroll text, whatever we have. Value, and here the admin tablet is being added in the behind the curtain by the form helper. Okay, buddies, so now let's go ahead and execute our little message function. Sorry, so I got to post process here, and we are simply first of all doing this get config form values that will be returning an object of inputs submitted. Okay, so click on these little things, get configuration, and this is good because we already updated this. So let's go back to our method again, the call, the post process. Okay, so we're doing the get, but this one form values as key. Are they so pretty good? Actually, the work is being done here because here we're getting the values. We can even print them, that you could understand what's going on. Print R. Come on, you don't know what is print R? Okay. Don't forget a $sign there. Okay, now normally we should have an object of inputs, and where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we are seeing right here. So you have scroll text with its value and scroll speed with its value too. And after that, we are doing an for each statement on this, or for each loop on this array. So if array keys as key, array keys mean that basically these ones, scroll text and scroll text to speed. And from there, we are calling the configuration object, update value with the key, which is the one of these keys. And we are using tools to get value of the keys. So our backend work is pretty much done here. Now the missing part is to go to the front side of our shop and allow this to scroll. Okay, so the very first thing I would like to do here is go to not the form, just check for the hooks. What kind of hook do we have? So we have a hook header that simply includes some CSS and JavaScript. We don't really care about that, and I'm looking for something else. There we go. So here, let's go ahead and return. This is the scrolling text. So we should see something on the top of the page right here, but except we are not seeing anything because, there we go. This is it. So this is our text. And the next mission I would like to do here is to get the, not there, get data from DB. There we go. So to do this, again, I'll be using the configuration object. So I will start by defining the $text here, and it will equal to configuration object, configuration get, and we need to get what? We need to get basically the key we defined at the top. So I'm using extension from my Mac just to navigate into my my copy paste stuff, and here this will be the text speed. Okay, and here I simply add a what? I'll simply add a speed to this. Okay, underscore again, speed, all in uppercase. Okay, so what about displaying the speed? For example, right here, it must be 5 or 15, correct. As expected. Now, the next mission is to render a template. So here I will do return this, the render, for example, or display form, or display, we need to pass a file. And this file, let's say what kind of file do we have. So go to views here. We have templates and we don't have a front-end template. So let's go ahead and create one here. And I'm going to call this, first of all, it must be inside hooks. And I'm going to call this header, for example, .tpl. There we go. And let's do simply, I would like to display, come on, dollar what? $txt, for example. There we go. So here we need to point the things to load the message, to load the template, sorry. Except here I'm looking for the correct syntax because I forgot. And I'm trying my best, so it must be module dot scroll it slash templates slash hook slash header .tpl, and let's hope I did not screw up things. So what's going on here? He said that expected font 1. So the file. All right. Yeah, so go ahead and use this magic function here, module file. And we don't need to pass this prefix. So here, template, not text plate. Now, if I refresh, no template found. All right, that's gentle instead of breaking down the whole website. Oh, header.tpl. So to views, am I doing something wrong here? Just wanna follow the path to that file. Come on. Templates, hook. Oh, views, sorry. We missed the views here. And please work. I know, it's not working. It's not working. What the heck? Oh, come on. Oh no, we broke things. Good. So now we are loading the template, except we are expecting to have a text variable that is not defined there. So we're going to define it in a second. So let me back to my default layout and here, and let's add a assign vars. Well, it will be simply a single assign dollar. So again, I'm using the context smarty, and calling the assign you idiots, and this little assign will take an array. So here we're passing the text and its value will be simply the $text, and here I'm going to quickly update this with this. So this should solve the this of the problem, except one semicolon here before that. There we go. Boom. Should work now. Aye. All right. What's the matter, buddy? You serious? Here we go. So we have the text. We have the, also we could do this text to speed here. So we have all what we need. Well, what the heck? Text to speed. No. Come on, it should not be the same. There you go, it's 15, correct. No, just want to Google HTML marquee. Marquee tag, yes. Okay, so HTML marquee element. So we have true speed, scroll. All right, I'm going to simply copy this. But how can I define the text? This is what I forget. Marquee. Well, it seems like even VS Code does not know that such thing does exist in the world. Because he's a young... All right, here, there we go. Let's test it with this basic setup. Okay, it's working. So this is our text. And everything seems to be working fine. And can we define a speed, please? How can I define the speed for the marquee? Do we have a speed? True speed. So it's not supported by Safari. So screw Safari, no problem. Why do we have downvote deprecated not for use in a new website? Well, it seems like everything is screwed up with this API. But anyway, I'll go ahead and try true speed. True. Okay, you got the points. True speed deprecated equal to... I'm going to set it to be equal to the speed text. Can even take off this out. Here we go, and we have the text to speed. Okay, come on, refreshing. And well, I don't know if that speed is 15 or not, but let's go ahead and update this speed. So what about setting it to 20 or not? Okay, so later we'll be defining a success message maybe. But I just want to see if that is taking effect. I don't know. Let's turn it to 1 here. Well, it seems like there is no effect at all on the speed of this thing. Come on. So that's the true speed. What about changing this to speed? No. So let's do HTML vertical scrolling text. Okay, it's like use to scroll text vertical horizontally within How can I control the speed, you dump? Speed. Scrolling amount. Determine the speed of your text. But why the hell it's an uppercase? Okay, it's working. So let's switch this to 5, for example. 5 times the speed, I think it will be acceptable. Nice, it's working fine. Well, what else we can add to this thing? So we have the width, the directions. What about the direction? Let's play around a bit with the direction. So quick, I'll be moving back to here. And where we have the definition of these inputs, that is, come on, where is it? This is it. So go ahead and duplicate this thing. And I'm going to name it direction. So text direction. So it will be, okay, the same thing basically here. and we need to go to that render inputs thing somewhere called post, not this one. Where is, yeah, this one here basically. So we need basically a drop down. So it's called a select, I think. Type select. Let's go ahead and duplicate this and select. Let's hope that's correct spelling. Oh yeah, it's working. And we need to define the types. So HTML HTML helper, I think it's all called helper Prestashop. Yes. And this is the good website to follow also from the 1.6. Just need the select. Yes. Text select. How can we define things for the selector option? Type select, required options, query options, contain the data itself, ID. Well, it seems like this could be a good example here. All right. I'm going to set this array to this. Copy this so quick here just to test that things are correctly defined. Here we go. Where here we must say options. Okay. Now let's retest this. Oh, it's broken. Okay, we have query. We have that word query. Method 1, method 2, label, text to speed. Okay, let's change this to direction. Okay. Name, label. Direction. So we have a message, an error message that's saying blah 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 index query. Where does this query came from? Oh yeah. Okay, sorry, it must be query, not option here. Yes, this one. Query. Oh, not here. Refreshing. Let's see. Come on. All right. Okay. Selector option. I'll go ahead and simply copy this. So I'll go ahead and whip all this here. And the option here, it will be that little array. This little one here. Okay, and option. There we go. This should work fine, hopefully. Okay, refreshing. There we go. Method 1, method 2, everything looks fine. Except this will be option or ID option, the value of the value. What is the, this is a good command by the way. So here, the value of the value attribute of the option tag. Okay, this is going to be, let's say this will be left. And this will be, no, sorry, let's keep it. Name, left to right, and here will be right to be right to left. All right. So again, I just want to check again the API direction determine. Oh, it's up or down. Scrolling. Do we have right somewhere here? Do we have left? So let's go marquee scroll right. Yes. Okay. Direction provide left, right. Ah, there you go. This is it. So actually we need to have 4 options here instead of 2. So quickly here, I'll go ahead and do this. So it will be down. So here down to bottom, and here it will be bottom, and again to bottom to up. Sorry, I've said the same thing here, sorry. So here it will be up, and this is up to. Okay, I just wanna test this real quick inside directly on the template. So here I will say direction equal to up. What this will do to my scrolling text. There we go. So it is scrolling right here. You can see it, right? Right, but it's so quick. Okay. So here everything is okay. Just wanna create a new variable here that I'll be passing later to my template, and this one will be called again text direction. So moving back to my class, the module class, ID name, the query ID, the name. So the name won't be the name like it's like this, but will be ID option. Wait a second, just want to inspect this on the browser just to get a better idea. What the heck is this? Okay, so we have a select here. Then it has a name, scroll text direction, and we have value of 1. Now let me just refresh that I could see all the updates. Left to right. So left to right is left, right, up, bottom, and bottom to top, to up, whatever. It's bottom. Okay, so when I submit, it will be named this Y ID option. What the heck is that ID option coming from? Not sure. But this one seems like... So the value of the ID key must be the same as the key for the value attribute on the top option tag each option sub array. Well, the value of the name key must be the same as the key for the text content of the option tag. Well, it's a bit confusing to be honest, but I don't know what does that do, what we need, if we need it or not. But anyway, so let me just go back to my poster process. So normally post process, there's no problem. We need to update our our hook header. Yes, display header, sorry. So here I'd go ahead real quick here and update this little one here. So this will become a direction. And instead of speed, become that way, and here we just need to call this direction, and it will contain the dollar directions. And real quick, let's just check that the name is correct. Text direction, there we go. Now let's say what will happen now if I do a refresh. So nothing happened at all, because I don't know what's happening basically. There we go. So the text is by default scrolling right to left, and here I'm going to update this up to bottom, for example, and let's see what will happen up to bottom. So now if I do refresh my page, and let me just reset the zoom, there we go. So it's scrolling as expected. Very cool. Now let's change it right to left. Okay, refreshing. right to left. There we go. It's working. Okay, so I think that's enough. 40 minutes. That's a lot of time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll be pushing the code of this module to the GitHub, and I will leave you with your imagination. Do whatever you want with this module. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe, because a lot of content about Prestashop and good content and like unique content on this platform. If you are interested in more advanced stuff about Prestashop, there's links to my courses in the description of this video. Take care, stay safe, and peace be upon you.